Back to 60 thoughts. In this video lecture, we will discuss one of the interesting real-life applications of P chart and NP chart. Otherwise, it is called the control chart for number of defective and fraction of defective. So here, control chart for number of defective is called the NP chart, as well as control chart for fraction of defective is called the P chart. Okay. So by using statistical quality control method. So let us consider one problem. On inspection of 10 samples, each of size 400, the number of defectives were found. So here they given 10 sample defective values. Okay. So construct the control chart for the number of defectives and the fraction of defectives. Also comments on the state of control, which means discuss the nature of the control. Okay. So what is given statement is, from the given statement we have total sample size 400. Out of 400 samples we are taking 10 samples at a time, right? So they given 10 samples defective values. So these are the defective values. Okay. So here the given data is what? Only they given 10 samples as well as number of defective data values. Okay. So number of defective is nothing but what? Already I said that number of defective, it is also called what? NP chart. So here they given NP chart value, right? So using defective value, we are going to construct what? The NP chart as well as fraction of defective. Fraction of defective is called the P chart. Okay, so we are going to P chart and the NP chart by using given data. So listen very carefully. In the given data, total number of sample size 400. Out of 400 we are taking 10 samples. We have 10 sample defective values. Okay. So using this value we are going to find a fraction of defective value. Okay. So after that we are going to discuss whether it is in control or out of control. So we give comments from the given problem. Okay. So first we write given conditions. What are the conditions given? So one is number of sample size, that is n equal to 400. Next we are taking sample size of each time m equal to 10. Okay, so these are the given data value. So what is step number 1? Step number 1, to find a P chart, otherwise it is called the control chart for fraction of defectives. So first we write formula. We know that the control limit for P chart is central line equal to P bar, upper control limit line equal to P bar plus 3 into square root of P bar into 1 minus P bar by n, and lower control limit line is P bar minus 3 into square root of P bar into 1 minus P bar by n. If you consider this is equation number 1, right? So if P bar is not given, so we know to find the P bar value, that is where P bar equal to 1 by n into sum of di by sum of mi. Okay. So what is the meaning of sum of di? Means adding all defective values. So the sum of mi is nothing but taking number of samples at a time. Okay, that is called sum of mi value. Okay. So from using given data, first I am going to find a P bar value. Okay. So now I am going to find a P bar. P bar equal to, what is our formula? 1 by n sum of di by sum of mi. Sum of di is nothing but adding 10 sample defective values by total sum of mi is nothing but 10 samples. Okay. So if you add all these 10 values, you get 140 by 10. Simplify this expression, we get 0.035. So this is called P bar value, right? So substitute P bar value in equation number 1. So from equation 1 can be written as the control limit for P chart is central line equal to P bar equal to 0.035. Next I am going to write upper control limit line, that is nothing but P bar plus 3 into square root of this term. Substitute wherever P bar value is what? 0.035. So substitute here. So using calculator we simplify this expression. If we simplify this expression, we get 0.027. Adding these two values we get 0.062. Okay. Now I am going to find a lower control limit line. We know lower control limit line formula is P bar minus into same term. Substitute wherever P bar equal to what? 0.035. So here you get 0.035 into 1 minus 0.035 by n value is 400. Okay, if we simplify this expression, we get 0.027. Subtracting these two value, we get 0.08. This is called lower control limit line. Okay. So using these three horizontal lines, that means central line, upper control limit line and lower control limit line, so we are going to draw what? P chart and NP chart. Okay. So first we are going to find a P chart. So coming to P chart, we need a fraction of defective data values, right? Okay. So I am going to find a fraction of defective data value by using number of defective terms. Okay. So now I am going to write 10 sample values, that is 1, 2, 3 up to 10. So we know this is given number of defective, it is considered NP. So we have 10 defective values. Okay. So how to find a fraction of defective value means you just divide total number of samples. So here sample 1, number of defective 19, 19 by total number of sample 400, 19 by 400 you get 0.048 something. Similarly I am going to find a 4, 4 by 400 you get 0.01 something. Likewise we get a remaining values. Listen very carefully. Number of defective, you get all values are whole numbers. Coming to fraction of defective, obviously you get fraction numbers. That means decimal value. Okay. So how to find the fraction of defective value? You just divide by total number of samples. Okay. This is one of the way. So what is another way is sometimes they give sample number as well as a fraction of defective value. Okay. Once they give fraction of defective value. So using that I want to find a number of defective value. How to find that one? You just multiply total sample value. That means 19 into, that means this term into 400 you get 19. Okay. So defective is given, find a fraction defective, just divide 400. Suppose fraction defective given, find the number of defective means you just multiply total sample value into the given fraction defective data values. Right. So first we consider x-axis, y-axis. X-axis we consider 10 sample values, 1, 2, 3 like that. Y-axis we consider 1 centimeter equal to 0.01 unit. Okay. So first we draw central line. What is central line value? 0.035. It is lies between 0.03 to 0.04. Second one we draw upper control limit value. We know upper control limit value is 0.062. It lies between 0.06 to 0.07. Next one we draw lower control limit value, that is nothing but 0.008. It lies between what? 0 to 0.01. Okay, this is lower control limit line. So now we have to mark all fraction defective value, whether it is lies between inside or outside. Okay, sample 1, what is fraction defective value? 0.048, right? So that is nothing but it lies between what? 0.04 to 0.05. This is sample 1 value. Similarly sample 2, sample 3, likewise we get 10 sample value. Connecting all sample fraction defective value, we get this graph. Okay. So from the graph it is clearly we can what? All sample fraction defective value lies between upper control limit and lower control limit except sample 7. Why? Because sample 7 it does not lies between control limit, that means lower control and the upper control limit, right? So therefore the process is called what? Out of process. Okay. So now we give conclusion. Since all fraction values lies the control limit 0.0082 to 0.062 except sample 7. What is sample 7 value? 0.065. Okay. Therefore the process is okay. So therefore the process is out of. Now I am going to find the NP chart. So for step number 2, to find the NP chart, first we write NP chart formula clearly. We know that the control limit for NP chart is central line equal to NP bar. What is the P chart? Just P bar. You multiply whatever we studied P chart formula, you just multiply that formula into N. Okay, then we get NP chart formula. Second one, upper control limit line, that is N into P upper control limit for P chart formula, right? So N into P bar plus 3 into square root of P bar into 1 minus P bar by N. Lower control limit line is N into same formula, here we get minus, remaining same term. Okay. So where, how to find a P bar? You consider this is equation 2. We know P bar equal to what? 1 by N into sum of di by sum of Mi. So using this find a P bar value. Already we know step number 1 P bar answer. Substitute P bar answer in equation 2, we get these 3 line values, right? So now from 2 can be written as The control limit for NP chart is central line NP bar. We know N value 400, P bar value 0.035, multiply this expression, we get 14. Next we find upper control limit line, that is P into this one, substitute wherever P bar answer is what, 0.035. After simplifications we get a what, 24.8. This is N value, this term is nothing but 0.062. Multiply these two, we get 24.8. Next I am going to find the lower control limit line, that is N into this term, here we get minus. Already we know this term answer in previous step number 1. So we get 400 into 0.008, multiply these two, we get 3.2. Using these three horizontal line, we are going to draw the control chart for NP chart. So we consider x-axis 1 unit equal to 1 centimeter, y-axis we consider 1 centimeter equal to 2 unit, which means 2, 4, 6 like that. Okay, now I am going to mark all defective values by using given data. Sample 1 defective value is 19, sample 2 defective value 4, sample 3 defective value 9, sample 4 defective value 12. Likewise we get remaining value. Connecting all the points we get this graph. So from this clearly we can see 7 does not lie between under the control limit, which means upper limit and lower control limit. The process is called what? Out of process. So now we write conclusion. Since all the sample defect lies between the control limit 3.2 to 24.8 to sample 7, that is a 7 value is, and hence the process is out of control. Okay. So now I am going to write a general conclusion for both a P chart and NP chart. Clearly we know that NP chart is out of control as well as P chart also out of control. Therefore the process is called what? Out of control, right? I hope you are enjoying the session. Thank you.